Hello everyone and welcome back to another 0 hour video. Today we are going to be looking at some of the procedural prop placement setups for the map Embassy. And for this I will play a bit in co-op mode and then we will compare a couple of different runs to see the major differences there can be on the map and how it could affect your tactics both in PvP and co-op. But before that, let's talk about a couple of nice little tweaks and improvements that recently went into the work in progress build of Operation Blackdown update. First, the team made it a lot easier to change the speed of your character by just scrolling up and down. There is no need for you to hold another key from your keyboard while scrolling, enabling you to be very smooth when moving around. The second improvement is that when you ADS, you will be away from your sight by default, which gives you a nice overview of what's happening around you. But you can still get closer to your sight by pressing Alt, so that you can see what's happening and you can be more accurate. Last but not least, Free Look has been added to the game so we can finally aim at something and still have a look around to see what my teammates are doing or maybe check if there is someone actually trying to flank me. So those are really cool improvements that will be coming with Operation Blackdown update in 0 hour. Now, let's have a look at the procedural prop placement system on Embassy. Alright, we get to start by just checking the right side, making sure there's no one there. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, cool. I'm gonna clear this storage slash bathroom room first.
Bullets, hands in the air!
Take it down. Oh, furniture's on the left side, blocking access to the bathroom. Steps on my right. I just want to make sure I don't get flanked. Yeah, we're clear. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's quickly check the right side here really quickly. There you go. This one was about to flank me. Tango down. One more. Right side. Yeah, right. We clear. Oh, furniture's over there. There could be one hiding on the left side. Yeah, we're clear. Okay. Let's secure some of the weapons here. I thought I had actually arrested this one. Never mind. Yeah, you gotta tell me everything you know. Okay, we've got a tango on the second floor stairways. target down. Whew. I should be really careful here with bullet penetration. It's really easy to actually kill the hostage when you actually shoot one that is in front of them. Okay, we usually have tangos on the roof.
Guns down!
I'm down.
Get down! Hands in the air!
Okay, we're clear.
Get down! Hands in the air! Hands in the air!
Bomb defused. Furnitures here moved. I have to push right side. Voices outside. One outside. Now let's have a look at the differences between different runs. We are currently looking at the entrance to the reception lobby and not much has changed. Besides, on the left side you will notice that there are more sofas in R.O.D.E that could potentially be used as cover. In the souvenir gallery not much has changed, however in run B we can see that there is a chest of drawers we can use as cover, while in run A there was a sofa that doesn't leave much space between the walls, so we couldn't do anything there. In the interview room things are slightly different. We can see that in run A the desks are separated and placed in different places, forcing us to cross the room, while in run B they are together and we can really follow the bookshelves and avoid exposing ourselves to the glass door. In the waiting area the seats are organized differently, which sometimes prevents direct access to the center of the room, which is sometimes an objective location. In the meeting room, we can see the table in run A is right in the center of the room, which allows me to go to the right side and really follow the wall, while in run B it was in the way, which forced me to expose myself to the glass door. In the waiting lobby things are quite different. In run A everything is well organized, the sofas are in the center of the room, which allows me to follow the walls, while in run B everything is all over the place, the sofas are in different places and flipped, so the defenders could use that to actually hide behind, and some of the sofas blocked direct access to some of the doors. This forces me to go back to the center of the room, which obviously forces me to expose myself a lot more than I actually would like. Now in the office not much was different, however in run B there was a sofa instead of a chest of drawers, which obviously means it's harder to hide in that corner, but otherwise not much difference. As you go into the register office, you will notice that in run A, on the right corner the table is flipped. Defenders could potentially hide behind this one, but be aware that the well-placed grenade could mean the end of that defender as well. Now in the archive room in run B, there was a desk in the right corner there, so I couldn't follow the bookshelves to defend myself. I had to go deep and expose myself to the glass door a lot more than I would have liked again. In the library, there is not a lot of furniture, most of them are in the walls. However, in run A, you can see that the bookshelves was really well placed. It was right before the door. So as a defender, I could hide there, I could hide behind, keep an eye on the stairs, and also switch between there and the corridor with the lift that leads to the lounge. So that's a pretty good place, but again, be aware of well-placed frag grenades. In the lounge, there wasn't a lot of differences beside the orientation of the L-shaped sofa. It doesn't really provide any pros or cons, although you could potentially go in the center of the sofa and take a peek either as a defender or an attacker, so it could potentially minimize your movements, but beside that, it doesn't really change a lot. In the achievement lobby, which is this long corridor that leads to the gym, things were more challenging in run B. As you can see, the furnitures are oriented differently. They are facing the stairs as if the defenders had tried to use them to defend themselves. So they could do that, and as an attacker, it makes things challenging because it forces me to go back to the center of the corridor all the time. Now in this corridor, you can see that in run A, the first door on the left was blocked, while in run B, it was the second door to the left that was blocked. In the Chief Ambassador room, things get more interesting. In run A, there is this bookshelf that was used and placed in the corner. Potentially you could put the hostage there. In run B, it had a lot more cover. It was a small chest of drawers, again in one of the corners. This room was great, but be aware of the grenades there. Frag grenade and everything is over. Now leading to the appointment room, this is where things get interesting because I have to use different paths to get there. In run B, I could go through the room, while in run A, I had to go all the way to the corner and then expose myself to another long corridor. The Director Chief Ambassador room is pretty much the same as far as I can tell, maybe a couple of different furnitures, but overall pretty much the same. Last but not least, the service room. As you can see in run B, there is a shelf there blocking the entire access to the toilet room. So if there was a defender hiding behind, I couldn't actually push properly, I couldn't throw a flash or frag grenade properly either. So if your tactic was to access the waiting room, which is one of the objective locations, through the toilet, you might actually have to rethink your strategy if there is a shelf blocking access to the toilet there. You could still push through the service room, but you might expose yourself a lot more. So those are just some of the setups you may encounter when playing on Embassy once Operation Blackdown update is live. There are obviously different setups, we haven't seen everything in this video, and there will be some more added in the future as the team keeps working on the game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, consider leaving a like and a comment to support the channel and to subscribe to never miss any of my future videos. I'm Hotrod of the R.O.D.E Foundation, and I mostly cover realistic tactical shooter and survival games. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.